let's get some stuff out of the way by talking about exactly what you'll need for this course. First off, this is a course about building your first, or maybe not your first, but building a RESTful API using the Node.js framework. So in order to understand some of the details as we move through the course, you'll have to have at least a basic understanding of web architecture. So this means things like the difference between a client and a server, some basic understanding of how the HTTP web protocol actually works, as well as some familiar with building your own web applications, maybe in a different language or some combination of different languages. Another thing that'll be really helpful as you try to understand and fully appreciate the concepts in this course is to have a familiarity with JavaScript already. So that'll give you kind of a jump start if you know the syntactical nuances of the JavaScript language. But if you don't have this, it's also okay if you are learning from another programming language, or if your background comes from technologies like, let's say, PHP, Python, or Ruby. But I think it's important that you've worked with at least one or a couple of web technologies in the past. Another big concept is this model view controller, which you may have heard of. So I think to get the most out of this course, you should come in with a fundamental understanding of what MVC is, and hopefully also having worked with another MVC framework in the past, whether it be CodeIgniter, Laravel, Symfony. I've picked some PHP ones here, but having some background on MVC would be extremely valuable as we go through the course. And here's a big one that I really would like to touch on. It's very, very important that you have an understanding of how to set up your local environment. I'll be going through some of the basics on how to get Node.js set up on your computer, but I'm going to be doing that within primarily a Windows environment throughout the course. So if you happen to be using Linux or Mac, then this course is still for you. You can still follow the lessons and get a lot of value out of the course. But there may be times when I'll have to reference you or provide a link to how to do something in Linux or Mac. So as long as you're comfortable being able to set up your own local environment on the operating system which you use, then I think that you'll get a lot of value out of this course. And finally, the last thing that you'll need is a simple willingness to learn. So this one's completely up to you. As long as you kind of view learning a new technology as something that can be fun or entertaining, then I think you'll do quite well. So that's it for this lesson, and I'll see you in the next lesson.